I tripped and skinned my knee. And on top of that, I was late. It was fun. I was running. There have only been 3 times I can think of that I run at school. First was for gym. After physical exercises were over, they would make us run tons and tons of laps around the campus, and I was always bad at it. But now I'm not wearing a gym uniform, so it's not gym class. Second, during break, I was messing around with my friends while causing a commotion, chasing and being chased by them. This was fun. I loved it. But right now I'm carrying a backpack, so it's not during break. Which means it must be the last one. Oh, how awful. This easygoing thinking was just a form of escapism. There weren't any other students running like me. Huh, this is awful. I really don't want to be late. I'll turn at that corner and make the last straight line into the school gate. Turn, now for the home stretch. Kya! Just then, I stumbled over something I couldn't see. Well, if I could have seen it, I wouldn't have tripped. The fact that I tripped over something pretty much means that I didn't see it. I took a tremendous fall and skinned my knee. Ow. My knee started burning hot and a throbbing pain began. Slowly, a bit of blood started oozing out. I gently traced it with my index finger. My fingertip was slightly stained red. How interesting. Looking down on her from the top of a wall were 2 skull yokai. Higanbana-san, that wasn't nice. There was no reason to trip her. It's fine. Running because it looks like you'll be late, tripping and skinning your knee. I think it's a day that everybody should want to experience at least once. Higanbana giggled. Of course, the girl could not see those figures. Ow, 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 ow. I got up and looked at the other side of the school gate. And then that ruthless chime. The gates rattled closed and the tragic comedy of shutting out the students who rushed by at the last minute unfolded. Which means that looking at myself here, it's 100% decided that I'm late. Which means that even if I run now, it's no use. Then I'll walk. Even if I'm already late, running now would just be ridiculous. While laughing indifferently, I calmly began to walk. From afar, the educational guidance instructors were urging us to hurry it up. Even if we hurry or not, what's it matter if you're going to get mad at us for being late anyway? So at the very least, in exchange for you getting mad at us, you have to let us enjoy the leisurely morning 100-meter stroll to the gate. This was a good season. I was dripping with sweat from sprinting with all my might up until now. The wind that cooled my sweat and rejuvenated me felt incredibly good. Now that I'd had my fill of this refreshing morning, I calmly arrived at the school gate. Thump. I got hit by the teacher's fist. What are you walking so slowly for? You're late, you know. Late! Yeah, I know. I'll run if I can make it, but it was already settled I was late. Enough with the excuses. If you don't like running, you can start leaving your house earlier tomorrow. Thud. I took another relentless blow to the crown of my head. Ow, 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 ow. It's throbbing now. How fun. Alright, get your butt in gear and hurry to your class. You better not be late again after today. Got it! Geez, at least your response is decent. Alright, get going. Don't run in the halls. And with that, the teacher was satisfied. Because a smile and honest response, that was a child's best weapon. That kind of exchange was also a little bit enjoyable. I went through the gap that the teacher had opened in the gate and broke into a run. Yeah, today felt like a day that something wonderful would happen. Tripping, being late, and getting smacked by your teacher. And that's a wonderful day? What an optimistic kid. Let's stop. It's kind of teasing. Oh, it's fine. I just wanted to try it out. Whether that kid would say it was a wonderful day no matter what is done to her. Higanbana grinned and looked up at the school building. To today's unfortunate victim of this mischievous yokai's hobby, Marie felt the deepest compassion. I'll take attendance now. Aikawa-kun. Here. Adachi-kun. Yeah. Morning roll call. Answering this meant it was the beginning of my school day. Those who are bored of school, or those who are still tired, respond sluggishly. That seems like such a waste. After all, if you respond cheerfully, you could have a wonderful day of that same extent. That's why when my name was called, I replied in an exceptionally energetic voice. Here! The low spirits of before, in light of my clearly cheerful voice, surprised everyone with their blank faces, and they giggled. If you want to laugh, then laugh. You can't relive the same day at school more than once. That's why at the start of this day, known as today, that won't come again. It makes sense to greet it with spirit. Well, well, there's a good response. Everyone else, do it like that too. Next, Nogami-san. Here! Starting from my response, the atmosphere of the class suddenly changed. Everyone began responding with cheerful voices as though to keep from losing against the person before them. See? With just one happy greeting, the day can change. I wonder why we never do these obvious things. The people who respond like they're bored end up spending the rest of their day in tedium, and that's just sad. Alright, I'm going to collect your homework, so I want everyone from the back to pass it up to the teacher. I hope there's nobody who forgot to do it. I shouldn't have to say what will happen if you forgot. The teacher threatened with a grin. If you forgot your homework, he had a punishment of having your cheeks pinched and twisted. It hurts, and the expressions of people who get pinched is silly, so it makes everyone laugh, so there isn't a person here who would want to forget their homework. But still, there are a few reckless boys that will smile defiantly and proclaim, "Yeah, I forgot," and stand up from their seat. Boys are just so careless. There's not a single girl who would forget. Huh? Drills are really just not fun at all. I don't even know how many pages of those I had to do, so I can sympathize. Higanbana-san, that girl's worksheet? That disorderly thing that Higanbana was blabbing about was without a doubt that girl's practice notebook. The one that should have been in her desk. The girl, muttering how strange it was still searching around in her desk. But that's weird, even though I swear I put it right in my backpack. Why? The person behind me was collecting everyone's drill sheets and was handing them to me. No, this is no good. If I don't turn it in, why isn't it here? This is too weird. In the end, even going so far as to turn her backpack upside down, her worksheet never appeared. Alright, all of you forgot it, head to the front. Even though I told you not to forget it. Jeez! There were 5 boys, and I was the only girl. Why? Even though I know I did my homework and put it in my bag. I kept thinking that way, like I didn't want to gracefully accept my punishment. I felt awful. I bet I just left it in my desk at home. Mama always says, before you go to sleep, make sure you aren't forgetting anything, and thinking it was a pain, now I'm forgetting punished. The 6 that forgot lined up, and one after the other had their cheeks pinched and twisted. These boys were all habitually forgetful. Really? How many times do I have to tell you before you stop forgetting? Next time you forget, I'll do this double, you hear? Double! I'll pull on your cheeks till your face looks like a bulldog's. While she threatened them, she pinched each of their cheeks one by one, exactly the way you pinch and stretch mochi. Seeing those warped, funny faces, everybody laughed hysterically. Man, normally I'd be laughing with them. What a disgrace. Oh, now this is rare. Did you forget yours too? Yes. Even though I thought I did my homework, I guess I forgot to put it in my backpack. Well, really, it's pretty disappointing to have done your homework and let it all go to waste before you forgot it, right? Be more careful next time, alright? I wasn't someone who constantly forgot my work, so the teacher only admonished me gently. I nodded cheerfully and rightfully replied that I'd be careful next time. As I thought it was just a put-on, my collar was pulled violently back. But I still need to punish you. Learn from this experience and don't forget again. Yeah! My soft cheeks were tugged, stretched, and twisted. I guess my face was very funny, because everybody was bursting with laughter. That was somehow funny. Even though it should have hurt, it made me laugh too. Right, we're done here. Go back to your seat. While saying this and freeing me, I could see even my teacher seemed to be laughing. My cheeks hurt. I was laughed at by everyone, but it was fun. While feeling like I was the only one who was given a reward from the teacher, I triumphantly returned to my seat. The pain in my cheeks now had become a pleasant feeling. That looked like it hurt. Having your cheeks pinched and pulled like that, she's not bad. Even after going through that, she's still thinking it was fun. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Isn't this interesting? It makes me want to test her more. Higanbana's smile twisted wickedly, though really, there weren't any more clean, twisted tests she could do. What do you mean by test? Isn't it obvious? Testing whether she'll think things are fun regardless of how far she's pushed. While Higanbana's eyes glittered and narrowed, Marie sighed deeply. Marie was starting to realize that while Higanbana was in a good mood, if she were to interrupt her with an awkward comment, Higanbana would get strangely pouty. As long as she doesn't start saying she'll cause any harm, I suppose I can tolerate it. There was no way Higanbana could guess Marie's wordless laments. Alright, let's try it out. Let's see if you'll still think everything is fun no matter what happens or how far you're pushed. The girl who caught the bad-natured school yokai's eye, in any case, had a series of unfortunate events all day. On just this day, the rays of the sun felt really good, and without thinking, just as I dozed off, I was suddenly hit by my teacher. I didn't know what page we were on in my textbook. Continue reading. Go on. Wow, my teacher's suspecting me. He thinks I was falling asleep. Whoa! Page 48. Wow, thank you! Right as people were getting impatient, the person behind me became my lifesaver. During these times, there's not a girl who wouldn't feel she had wonderful friends. Even though I was in quite a pickle falling asleep since it was such a wonderful feeling, I was happy with it. Next was the science incident. We were measuring the temperatures inside a test tube. The teacher said if we didn't pay attention to the thermometer, the test tube would break in spite of everything. Oh no! Now I've done it. Why did the thermometer have to get slippery all of a sudden? Behind her, the mischievous school yokai giggled. Really, what are you doing? Sorry! It turned out like this. The thermometer stuck out from the bottom of the test tube. Then it started squirting out like a water gun. It was quite comical, and everyone in my group started giggling and laughing. Well, later the teacher got mad at me, but I still had too much fun. Then there was the time at lunch. For some reason, I just couldn't follow. When I was drinking my milk, it suddenly went up my nose and a humongous sneeze came out. Everyone could tell it felt pretty awful when I finished my sneeze, but then I had lines of milk coming out of my nose, and everyone in class cracked up. It must have been infectious because countless boys started squirting out milk in the same way, and the whole class erupted in explosive laughter. I and everybody else was reeking of milk and rolling in laughter. Even though I suffered through that, nothing could keep me down, and not even the lunch out in the menu could beat a room filled with raucous laughter. And so as I wiped my face with my handkerchief, I couldn't stop laughing. You know, maybe while she's drinking milk is going too far. Even after that, she still thinks it's fun? She's pretty tough after all. Oh, she's making me want to see her cry no matter what it takes. I'll make you cry. I'll definitely make you cry. I bet my title at the Dancing Higanbana, the number 3 school yokai on it. Please don't bet your name on that. After lunch was a fun afternoon break. It's the most fun time at school. The boys all dashed out of their classrooms at once, running around the courtyard brimming with energy on a day with weather like this would surely be fun. I also dashed out of the class with my friends. Hurry, let's go, let's go! The boys are gonna take all the balls from us again. If we're late, only the deflated balls will be left. Where should we play? How about over by the meteorological building? The grass over there feels so good. If you get a bunch of people together and you have a ball in the warm grass, just by that, the afternoon break glittered vividly. Ah! Because I was running around excitedly, I wasn't paying attention to what was in front of me. There was a girl hiding behind the shoe rack, and I violently slammed into her with my right shoulder. She was probably an upperclassman. Her hair was long, beautiful, and incredibly impressive. I'm sorry. I moved the side of my busted-up shoulder too much and started spinning around and around like something out of a comic, then fell over. I'm spinning like crazy, like a teacup at an amusement park. That feeling was likely coming in small pieces due to the shock of that intense pain. It was a pain so sharp that it felt like the bulky blade of an axe was splitting apart my forehead. I must have hit myself hard against the corner of the shoe rack. While I stopped at the shoe rack, I spun around and squatted down. You shouldn't run in the hallways. I'm sorry. She said this while putting on a serene smile, but because the pain had made me dizzy, I couldn't even open my eyes. Are you okay? Kia! There's so much blood! Really? I didn't mean to get such a terrible injury. More importantly, if we don't go and get a ball, they'll all be taken by the boys. I'm fine, so everyone hurry and go get a ball. Yeah! Hang in there! Somebody call the nurse! She lost her consciousness, and her stance lost its grace as she collapsed to the floor. On the shoe rack that she had clumsily gone over with her forehead, a slash of blood was thickly plastered. Seeing that, the girls let out a blood-curdling scream. Hearing that, the students began to gather near. The teachers, thinking something was wrong, also came dashing. In the middle of the circled crowd, the girl whose fresh blood continued to spill lost consciousness. Breaking out from that circle, what looked like the figure of an upperclassman calmly walked. It looked as though the humans could not see her. No matter how you look at this is taking it too far! It's fine. It's just enough of an injury to send her to the nurse's office. It's not like it's life-threatening or anything. It's not a matter of the degree. I'm telling you, hurting someone is taking it too far. Why are you being so spoiled, Marie? I'm a yokai, aren't I? I'm the dancing Higanbana, and I drag the students I take interest in to the infirmary. She's someone I took interest in, right? Even if she falls down or she's late, she forgets something or gets pinched. No matter what happens to her, she just keeps saying it's so much fun. And I want to make her cry, no matter what it takes. The girl was carried to the school infirmary. Although her worried friends stuck by her side, they were not allowed in the infirmary. There was nothing to do but pray for her well-being and dejectedly return home. In the infirmary, the nurses were watching her condition. What do you think, nurse? Would it be best for us to call an ambulance? She's fine. She cut her forehead quite cleanly. But she's passed out. I said she's just fine. Kids aren't that breakable. She was probably just a bit surprised when she saw a lot of blood coming out. Let's just let her rest for a while and keep an eye on her condition. Could you let her homeroom teacher know that she'll be resting for a while? Yes, I understand. Fortunately, it didn't seem to be as bad of an injury as it looked. A bandage had been wrapped all around the girl's head and she was lying down on the bed. Certainly, her appearance was painful to look at, but according to her expression, she looked rather serene. In actuality, she also didn't think that she'd sustained that serious of an injury. Her consciousness is a little far off, but it's still there. From what the teachers could tell, she was sleeping, but in reality, she was just listening in on what was happening around her. Thank goodness. It looks like it's not a serious injury. It's a relief, but it also feels a bit disappointing. On a day with such nice weather like this, when the chime went off, we simultaneously dashed out of the classroom. I was planning on playing like crazy, and it was ruined by hitting my head on a shoe rack. Still, I thought I'd at least end up with a bump. By no means did I think I would collapse. Today just isn't really going along with me. But, well, I guess it's fine. I was thinking, I always wanted to sleep in the infirmary bed at least once. My wish came true, so maybe that's a good thing? From far away, I could hear the chime that signaled the end of the lunch break. I think it's 5th period? That's right, PE. If I get up right now, I could use the fact that I didn't play during my lunch break and exercise with all my might. Even though I feel more energetic, my body feels heavy like it was half asleep and won't listen to what I tell it to do. Man, even though this spectacular looking day of this month on this day of this year will never happen again, why am I spending this precious school day sleeping in this place? I tripped and fell. Forgot my things. Ugh. Seriously, today just isn't so great. The girl who was trying with all her might to think of her dream of sleeping in the infirmary bed as a plus, as could be expected with all these misfortunes piling up, was getting discouraged. Oh, you're awake? The nurse noticed. Yes. How do you feel? Do you have a headache or anything? Nothing to be concerned about. By my decree, you should sleep a bit longer. The nurse had a bright expression. She was glad that it wasn't a serious injury. Then, I just want to go back to class soon. The only day I can attend today's 5th period class is today. I don't want to waste my one chance of going to today's 5th period class sleeping in a place like this. Are you okay? It's because you were running in the halls that you wound up like this, really. My homeroom teacher came too and got mad at me. The school nurse saying calm down, was standing up for me. I suppose you could learn that running in the halls is a bad thing if you hit your head and remember how much it hurt. Right? You won't run or anything anymore, right? I won't. I responded with a nod, and a relieved smile came from both teachers. I think I'll let her sleep for a little longer. I think she'll probably be able to go back to homeroom eventually. Is that so? Thank you very much. Hear that? Please rest for a while, okay? You mustn't push yourself. I want to go to gym. What would happen if you exercised and your wound opened up? After 5th period is over, if you look like you're awake, you can go back. That should be fine. After 5th period, there aren't any more classes. In short, my school life of today is going to end here. While saying I feel just fine, I tried to get up. Then the nurse kept me from getting up and got mad at me, saying that I have to get some sleep. I thought I'd try to protest, but that I was energetic in my own way, but it didn't do me any good. Eventually, the homeroom teacher left, and the chime sounding the beginning of 5th period rang. From the courtyard, I could hear a short whistle blowing, and then I began to hear everyone's enthusiastic shouts. They were the voices of my classmates. Even though I couldn't see them, I could tell it was them just by hearing their voices from here. It was Fuji-kun and the others messing around and enjoying themselves. The leader of the girls, Negishi-san, and others were warned, and then got into arguments, and they were warned by a teacher. Even though I can't see the courtyard, just by listening carefully I can pick up what's happening out there from inside the infirmary. Since the infirmary faces the courtyard, I can hear the voices on campus really well. So, even though all I could do was look up at the ceiling like this, even like this, I can tell what everyone's doing. Even though I can tell what everyone is doing, it's as if they are so close to me. But I can't see anyone. I'm the only one who can't be with them. Even though they are so close, feeling I was in a world far removed from everyone, I was sad. I knew this would be the last of it. Looks like I win! I've lost a little respect for you, Higanbana-san. That's fine. After all, I've granted her wish of sleeping in an infirmary bed. How sad. She just wanted to go to PE with everyone. You see, when you're in the infirmary, you can really hear voices from outside. Whoever it is, what they're doing, or what they're playing, you can tell easily. The master of the infirmary said with her eyes staring into the distance. Even though you can feel everyone enjoying themselves as if they're right next to you, you can't see them, nor can you be with them. Could it be that you're talking about yourself, Higanbana-san? This is about all school yokai, or rather, non-human beings. Is that what it means to have life after death, I wonder? The girl was thinking the same. If I died, since I still have many regrets in this world, I probably would wish to turn into a ghost without resting in peace. After becoming a spirit, where would I go? School is fun, but think about it, I spend more time at school than I do at home. So definitely, if I were to become a ghost, I think I would become a school ghost. I thought about that absent-mindedly for a time. But right now, in this infirmary, all I could hear was the sound of everyone's voices, seemingly having so much fun. I started to feel just a bit lonely, I suppose. I'm this close to everyone. Even though I can tell what everyone is doing and what games they're playing, I can't count myself as one of them. My simple wish to even see their faces can't be granted. I'd hate it. Being a ghost like that? But sleeping here now, I am a school ghost. Perhaps when I hit my head on the shoe lockers, I really died. Perhaps I've become a corpse on this bed. That strange idea crossed my mind. It was scary. I concentrated on wiggling my fingers. They move. I'm not a corpse. But as long as I'm sleeping here, I am a corpse. I'm a ghost. I thought being a ghost would be more fun. Disappearing at will, pulling mysterious pranks, and I thought I could always be with everyone. I hate this. I don't want to be a ghost like this. I hate this, being like a corpse. The chime sounded, signaling the end of 5th period. Then the phone rang. The nurse picked up the receiver. You've been a great help. Yeah, thank you. Saying that, she put down the receiver, and after briefly checking my condition, she left the infirmary. As her footsteps faded, silence fell over the infirmary. Slowly, I began to get up. Suddenly I'm feeling better. When I was carried in, I had felt so heavy, but now I already felt completely better. I wonder how long I should wait here. I tried rotating my neck and shoulders. Gingerly, I tried touching the bandage on my head. Yeah, it's good. I wonder, will the nurse hurry back soon? If I head back now, I might make it in time to help clean up the classroom. It's the last possible activity I can get involved in at school today. I tried waiting for the nurse's return for a while, but she didn't come. Well, I've given up the role of corpse. I'll become a ghost. I got up out of bed and put on my indoor slippers. The ghost I want to be is one who can freely go around the school and play all sorts of games with everyone. I'll make myself one from now on. I smoothly opened the infirmary door. The hallway was overflowing with noise. Joyful voices, laughing voices, the sound of many going back and forth, the sound of them on stairwells. Showing signs of people, those who were certainly alive, were sounds overflowing with the sensation of life. That's right. This is the world of the living. I stopped being dead in the infirmary and left into the hallway. I'm heading back. I'm off to my classroom, and I'll help with the cleaning up. I quickly snuck off and returned to my class. Yoko-chan, are you alright? Look at your head! Yeah, I'm completely fine now. My bandage itches too. Just don't go and take it off. Everyone voiced their concern for the bandage on my head. Normally completely unconcerned people even asked me if I was alright. Feelings like those made me feel so happy. Everyone kindly asked me to rest instead of clean, but I refused. At the very least, I want to clean the room with everyone. Because after all, it's fun. It's the very last thing in a school day. My job was cleaning the science room, putting the chairs on top of the desks. Everyone began going around the room with brooms. More than sweeping the floors, it felt like we were chasing each other around. After all, I didn't get my PE during recess, so I used every bit of energy I had today into the time I had to clean up. Wait up, hey! Stop that, Yoko! Leaping and pouncing, like old cartoons of cats chasing mice, we played. Sometimes we'd slip and fall or bump into the corners of the desk, but we were having so much fun we didn't feel a thing. What are you girls doing? If you run around like that, you'll break something. Sorry, Takeshi Nonomiya-kun! Out of the way! Yeah! She's still going. Hey, stop! Take that! The broom I was using to chase after my friends who ran from the science prep room to the laboratory got caught on something. What? I thought, and then came a loud splat. Ugh. Yeah! See? Didn't I tell you? Yoko, are you okay? I'm fine, but it doesn't look like this person is doing so well. What I had got caught on was the science room friendly grotesque human anatomy dummy. He had toppled to the floor, breaking into countless pieces. It's fine. If we keep quiet, they won't think it was us. Let's go, Yoko. Yoko? I met with the eyes of the boy with glasses, who had the same job I did. That's Takeshi Nonomiya-kun. He's not really a boy I've talked to much, but he had a shocked look on his face. Sorry, Takeshi Nonomiya-kun. Even though you warned me saying, don't break anything, I'm sorry. Even if you apologize to me, I'll be in trouble. Apologize to the teacher. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Na-chan. I'm gonna go apologize to the teacher, okay? I said he won't know as long as you keep quiet about it. We can't do that. I'm gonna apologize. I'm the one who broke it. Na-chan, you had nothing to do with it, so wait here. Wait, Yoko! I went past Takeshi Nonomiya-kun and ran to the staff room. The teacher from the infirmary was there as well, so I got double scolded to be quiet and not to leave. I did have the small thought of keeping quiet so I wouldn't be found out in my mind. That much was true. But if I ended a day like today with feelings like those, they'll stay on my conscience, and obviously I'll feel bad. So I got yelled at by the teacher, but my conscience was clear. I've had my fill of plenty of hijinks during cleaning duty. Finally, it was time to go back to homeroom. We listened to the teacher tell us to make sure to take care when we go home. Then we stood, bowed. Goodbye! All my classmates rang out in a great chorus. Compared to their greetings this morning, everyone called it out with pleasant feelings of liberation. Then everyone started hurriedly chatting all at once. Let's go, let's walk together. Today, on the way back, want to stop by my place? Sounds good to me, let's go, let's go! Suddenly, everything feels so rushed. Yoko, let's go together! My friend spoke. I answered with a wide smile. Sorry, I have a bit of business to take care of at school. Head on without me, okay? Oh? Later then. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Everyone took off dashing together out of the classroom. The other class's homeroom periods began to end one after another. The hallway was bustling with kids hurrying home. Even that bustling, with its noise and chattering, began to fade away little by little. From the hallway to the stairwell, from the stairs to the entrance, then dispersing to the schoolyard they went, and the school began to fill with silence. The sun slowly began to wane, painting the inside of the classroom orange. From the window the teacher forgot to close. A cool wind blew, causing the curtains to gently sway. And the white bundle the wind made in the curtains as it blowed was something I'd loved seeing since I was a child, because it would remind me of white dresses. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, huh? See you tomorrow because we can meet again. That's what farewell means, right? Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye. I look over the orange classroom once more. Then I slowly stand up and leave. Everyone went from the stairs to the entrance below. I'm heading up. With each step I took, up to the roof. Opening the door to the roof, I was greeted by the spectacular setting sun. There were 2 shadowed figures with that sun behind me. How was it, Yoko Numata-san? Yes, it was a really fun day. You met with all sorts of problems though, didn't you? Yes. I tripped, I was late, I forgot things, I got yelled at, I hurt myself and was sent to the infirmary. But I have done so many things, and it was a lot of fun. I lost. Well, satisfied now? Yes. Staying behind as a ghost seems really lonely. I don't think I could quite handle it. I think that's fine too. Being a spirit, there's nothing fun about it. The same for yokai. I mean, we can't leave school, because we have nowhere to return to. Yes. So, I think I'll head home. I look down on the courtyard illuminated by the evening sun. Kids hard at work with club activities. Kids that haven't had their fill of fun just yet playing with the equipment. I can see all kinds of them. I used to be one of them once, and today, I surely was one of them. Now, I have no regrets. I had only one thing to say about how I felt today. It was really a lot of fun. In school, I had one fun day like this, didn't I? I wish that I had paid more attention when I was alive. Yamada-san. I continued to laugh because I was happy, because I had fun. Being able to end such a wonderful day with a laugh, that made me so happy. For the longest time I laughed. Your promise. You haven't forgotten, have you? No. Please. Higanbana-san, are you going to eat her? Since it's that kind of promise, I gave you the miracle of today as a present. So your soul, still with lingering regrets, could once again experience school life and be exorcised of your strong lingering and pain so I could take it. It makes me lick my lips wondering what kind of taste your soul has been given. Higanbana giggled and put on a display of licking her lips with her tongue. I'm sorry, Numata-san. If I had more power. It's okay. Thank you. Take care, you two. See you. Goodbye, she said finally, and waved her hand like saying goodbye to a close friend. Then, her body slowly began to crumble, Softly, her white soul, like the smoke from incense and like a balloon, slowly trailing in the wind, began to float upwards. Higanbana gently plucked and held it in her white fingers, and, with her slender lips, she put its tail in her mouth. What? I won't give you any. It's my prey. I won't say I want it. Okay, I'm going to leave. Oh? Leaving already? I thought you were going to stay and watch, complain, and make some noise a bit longer. Even if I made a big deal of it, you'd never listen to what I have to say anyway, would you? That's true too, I suppose. Well then, just talking is pointless. I'll head back. I think I'll drink some tea by myself. I found some delicious rice cakes stuffed with strawberries in the staff room yesterday. Naturally, there were 2, weren't there? There are, so I'm going to eat both of them, since I'm sure Higanbana-san will be full from eating after this. Marie left Higanbana with those words as she quickly went down the stairs. Hey! Hey, hold on, Marie! Jeez! Higanbana looked back and forth between Marie's fleeting figure and the soul she held in her hand. Once again, she took a mouthful of the soul's tail, but her eyebrows waned in worry. As I thought, your taste doesn't suit me. Spitting out the soul with the pew, she wipes her mouth with a handkerchief. In that instant, the soul slowly passed through her fingers and gently rose to the sky. Oh, what have I done? Higanbana smiled bitterly as she looked upwards. As if it were being sucked into the twilight-colored sky, it shrank in the distance. It was just an easy job anyway. Higanbana shrugged her shoulders and put away her handkerchief. Marie! You don't really intend to keep everything for yourself! Give me one, okay? If you don't, I won't let you watch TV in the infirmary. Hey, are you listening?